think back to the beginning of Utah. Who settled it? We know that a group of people from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, better known as the Mormon Pioneers, left Illinois to trek to Utah, where they would be able to practice their religion without persecution. They were brave settlers who crossed the treacherous plains. The following story is of a pioneer girl named Agnes Caldwell. She was born in 1847 and crossed the plains at 9 years old in the Willie Handcart Company.
Although only tender years of age, I can yet close my eyes and see everything. Walking, walking, ever to remain in my memory. Many times I would become so tired and childlike that I would hang on to the cart, only to be gently pushed away. Then I would throw myself by the side of the road and cry. Then, realizing they were all passing me by, I would jump to my feet and make an extra run to catch up. Of the long and cold journey, the suffering and hardships, enough has been told and written of that terrible night when 15 were frozen and buried in one grave. My sister Elizabeth had her foot frozen. 2 of her toes were amputated upon our arrival in the Salt Lake Valley. Winter came in October with 18 inches of snow. But in spite of this, we did not suffer from hunger due to Mother's careful and frugal planning. In Iowa City, Mother sold a quilt and a bedspread for the sum of 24 cents. With this, she bought food. She had a way with Indians. She traded trinkets for dried meat, which proved to be of great help to us on the journey. Frequently, it would be stormy, so a fire could not be built. Then Mother would allow each of us to have a piece of dried meat on a piece of bread. One day when we came to a section inhabited by rattlesnakes, 2 of us, my friend Mary Huron and I, would hold hands and jump. It seemed to me we were jumping for more than a mile. Due to the protecting hand of the Lord, we were not harmed. Just before we crossed the mountains, relief wagons reached us, and it certainly was a relief. The infirm and the aged were allowed to ride. All able-bodied continued to walk. When the wagons started out, a number of us children decided to see how long we could keep up with the wagons in hopes of being asked to ride. At least that is what my great hope was. One by one, they all fell out, until I was the last one remaining. So determined was I that I should get a ride. After what seemed the longest run I have ever made before or since, the driver, who was Heber Kimball, called to me. "Say, sissy, would you like a ride?" I answered in my very best manner, "Yes, sir." At this, he reached over, taking my hand, clucking to his horses to make me run, with legs that seemed to me could run no further. On we went to what seemed miles. What went through my head at that time was that he was the meanest man that ever lived or that I had ever heard of, and other things would not be a credit, nor would I look well coming from one so young. Just at what seemed the breaking point, he stopped. Taking a blanket, he wrapped me up and laid me at the bottom of the wagon, warm and comfortable. Here I had time to change my mind, as I surely did, knowing full well by doing this he saved me from freezing when taken into the wagon.